Atomic Habits, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones, is a best-selling self-help book written by James Clear. The book focuses on the power of small habits and incremental changes to transform your life. Here is a full summary of the key concepts presented in the book. James Clear begins by emphasizing the impact of habits on our lives. He argues that it is not one big decision or action that determines our success or failure, but rather the cumulative effect of our daily habits. Clear introduces the concept of atomic habits, which are tiny, consistent actions that lead to remarkable results over time. Chapter 1: The Surprising Power of Atomic Habits. Clear discusses the compounding effect of habits and how small changes can accumulate into significant improvements over time. He introduces the concept of the plateau of latent potential, where the results of our efforts are not immediately apparent but are building up silently. Chapter 2: How your habits shape your identity, and vice versa. Clear explains how our habits are linked to our identity. He suggests that rather than focusing on goals, we should focus on our identity and strive to become the type of person who naturally embodies the desired habits. Chapter 3: How to build better habits in 4 simple steps. Clear presents the 4-step framework for building atomic habits: cue, craving, response, and reward. He explains the importance of each step and how they create a feedback loop that reinforces the habit. Chapter 4: The Man Who Didn't Look Right. The author shares a story about how a small habit change led to a major transformation in a man's life. This story illustrates the power of identity-based habits and highlights the importance of focusing on the right cues and responses. Chapter 5: The First Law, Make It Obvious. Clear introduces the first law of behavior change, making habits obvious. He provides practical strategies for creating cues and designing an environment that makes the desired habits more visible and attractive. Chapter 6: The Best Way to Start a New Habit. This chapter explores the concept of habit stacking, which involves pairing a new habit with an existing one. Clear explains how to identify current habits that can act as cues for the new habits you want to establish. Chapter 7: The Secret to Creating Good Habits for Good. Clear discusses the concept of habit tracking and how it can help reinforce positive behaviors. He explains different methods of tracking habits and the benefits of visualizing your progress. Chapter 8: How to Stop Procrastinating by Using the 2-Minute Rule. Clear introduces the 2-minute rule, which suggests that any habit can be started by taking action for just 2 minutes. He explains how this approach overcomes the initial resistance to starting and helps build momentum. Chapter 9: The Second Law, Make It Attractive. Clear explores the second law of behavior change, making habits attractive. He discusses the role of dopamine and the importance of linking positive emotions and immediate rewards to desired habits. Chapter 10: The Role of Family and Friends in Shaping Your Habits. Clear emphasizes the importance of surrounding ourselves with people who have the habits we want to cultivate and how social norms can influence our behavior. Chapter 11: How to Make Habits Irresistible. Clear introduces the concept of habit bundling, which involves pairing a habit you want to do with a habit you need to do. He explains how this technique makes the desired habit more attractive and enjoyable. Chapter 12: The Role of Technology in Habit Formation. The author discusses the role of technology in shaping our habits and offers strategies for using technology to our advantage. He emphasizes the importance of being intentional and mindful of our digital environment. Part 4: Make It Easy. Chapter 13: The Third Law, Make It Easy. Clear explores the third law of behavior change, making habits easy. He suggests simplifying the desired habits and removing any barriers or friction that might hinder their adoption. Chapter 14: The Law of Least Effort. This chapter discusses the principle of least effort, which states that we tend to choose the path of least resistance. Clear explains how to leverage this principle to create habits that require minimal effort and increase the likelihood of long-term success. Chapter 15: How to Stop Bad Habits, and Stick to Good Ones. Clear provides strategies for breaking bad habits by identifying the cues and cravings that trigger them. He introduces the concept of habit substitution and explains how replacing a bad habit with a good one can lead to lasting change. Chapter 16, The Fourth Law, Make It Satisfying. Clear presents the fourth law of behavior change, making habits satisfying. He discusses the role of immediate rewards and the importance of celebrating small wins to reinforce positive behaviors. Chapter 17, The Role of Habits in a Fulfilling Life. This chapter delves into the connection between habits and a fulfilling life. Clear emphasizes that habits are not the end goal but rather a means to an end, enabling us to live a life aligned with our values and aspirations. Chapter 18, How to Stick with Good Habits Every Day. Clear provides strategies for staying consistent with good habits over the long term. He emphasizes the importance of creating systems and rituals that support the desired behaviors and minimize the need for willpower. Conclusion. Clear concludes the book by emphasizing that atomic habits are the building blocks of remarkable results. He encourages readers to focus on continuous improvement and the power of small changes to shape their future. This summary provides an overview of the key concepts covered in Atomic Habits. Reading the book in its entirety will provide a more detailed understanding of the subject matter. Thanks for watching.